But not literally, of course. That would be dangerous. Watch every game every Sunday with NFL Sunday Ticket and YouTube TV. Sign up at youtube.com/NFLST. Local and national games on YouTube TV. NFL Sunday Ticket for out-of-market games excludes digital-only games.
Meet Cheryl.
Hey.
She's on vacation and lost in the moment. Unfortunately, so is her Chase debit card.
It's gotta be somewhere.
Maybe she lost it at salsa night.
These skirts should have pockets.
Or maybe she lost it at Pilates.
3 and 2 and...
But she's not worried. With the Chase mobile app, she can lock her card till it turns up. Tools that help protect. One bank that puts you in control. Visit chase.com/checking. Chase, make more of what's yours.
Chase mobile app is available for select mobile devices. Message and data rates may apply. JP Morgan Chase Bank N.A. member FDIC.
You're listening to the Homer Hour on 94.5 ESPN.
Yes, I'm the expert on how far away something is. American Place Casino, just a half hour south of Franklin, well, to be exact, a little more than a half hour south of Franklin, 38 minutes. American Place Casino. There are other things located in Lake County, Illinois. Great table games, great slot machines. They got a sports book, great food, North Shore steaks and seafood, and other blends of all the various Asian, Latin, every kind of cuisine. And latest promotions, you go to AmericanPlaceCasino.com. But that's not near as important as knowing that American Place Casino is a little more than a half hour south of Franklin. A little more than a half hour south of Franklin. American Place Casino, a little more than a half hour south of Franklin, 38 minutes. Do I need to tell you again? Located in Lake County, Illinois? Yeah. A little more than a half hour south of Franklin, American Place Casino. Gary Ellis and Homer Hour discussing Tua. I say he can't ever play again, and the commissioner needs to take care of it. Gary says it's not his job. It's up to the owner of the Miami Dolphins to say that Tua should never play again. We both agree he should never play again. If either of us were owners of the Miami Dolphins, and Pebble, what's the guy worth, $17 billion, we would pay whatever you got to pay. He's not playing again ever for the Miami Dolphins. It's not worth the risk.
Do we have a poll up, Homer?
We do. We have, if you believe that he should never play, who's responsible? 65% say Tua, 21% say Miami, and the people that are right, it's the smallest, Roger Goodell at 15%. And should he ever play in the NFL again? 35% say yes. Matt in Brookfield, you're on 94.5 ESPN. Yes,
hey, Homer, I
let
want
it
to
fly,
correct you on. Homer, I want to correct you on one thing about the owner's liability. If Tua were to die in the next game, the owners are protected by the workers' compensation system. Tua's family couldn't sue him, just like Corey Stringer's family really couldn't sue the Vikings when he died in that workout 20 years ago.
None? They can't sue him at all?
Well, the compensation is limited to what the workers' compensation system allows.
Well, if you say that's the case, I can't see how it is.
And I'm not a lawyer, but you also can be sued. Great, but you also can be sued for negligence at the workplace.
No, you can't. You can't sue your employer. You can only make a claim under the workers' compensation system.
So if I go to work and we got nails and stuff laying all over the shop, and we don't properly, and that's not the owner's job to fix it. When I put in a requisition, a rec, to have it fixed, and I die from your negligence of the product at my job, I can't sue you.
You can't sue your employer. You could sue the entity which supplied the nails if they gave you the wrong nails, or they spilled the nails on the workplace floor.
Yeah.
What actually happened to Corey Stringer? Who'd he sue?
His family made a claim against the Vikings within the Minnesota workers' compensation system, and so they got whatever they had coming to them, maybe a couple $100,000.
A settlement has been reached. They sued the helmet and shoulder pad company, Rydell.
Yeah. Yeah.
So I guess then that would mean that Tua would have to sue the helmet company again.
Helmet company. Yeah.
Right. Because he doesn't work for the helmet company. He works for the Dolphins.
Yeah, but he sued the helmet company for negligence, right?
Yeah.
Right, he can do that. Yeah,
right, that's my point. That's what I was just saying to you. That's my point. Negligence in the workplace.
Right, he just can't sue his
The family reached separate settlements earlier with the NFL and other dependents. So clearly your information's wrong. I mean, they settled settlements with the NFL. Well, by your standard, the NFL didn't have to do anything, right?
Are you talking Stringer?
I'm talking Stringer. Yeah.
Stringer.
The lawsuit filed in federal court failed to warn players and coaches that wearing the helmets and shoulder pads in hot temperatures could be dangerous. The family reached separate settlements earlier with the NFL and other defendants. Well, then that couldn't be, based on what you're telling us, that wouldn't have ever been necessary. Why the NFL wouldn't have had to do anything, right? That's what you're telling us. It's clearly
the NFL may have paid a small amount just to get out of that lawsuit.
Well, I don't know. We'll have to look up. But clearly, they had they reached the settlement with the NFL, which you claim the NFL would never have to do, based on what you just told us. Which we'll look it up. But clearly, that's incorrect because the league wouldn't have to do anything.
Well, no. But see, maybe they had a separate claim against the league. I don't think they had a claim against the Vikings.
Okay, well, then that's the difference that Gary and I have. My concern is the league, and his is the team. But, all right, thanks for the call. Alan in Milwaukee, you're on 94.5 ESPN.
Hey, how's it going, y'all?
Living the dream.
What's going on?
Hey, so I guess the one thing that you can probably agree on is that regardless of what happens or which way it goes, Tua can't retire himself if he wants his money. So regardless, he's got to get himself dressed in the morning, drive to work, and pretend like he's going to go practice. And he has to wait until somebody says, "Hey, you're not practicing."
Right, but see, that's part of my point, Alan. Whatever the money is, the league or the team has got to pay it. You can't have him play whatever he's on. We'll give him all that money. Yeah. Fine, we got no problem. You're getting all the money, right?
Right. I get that, but I'm saying if he wakes up today and sends a text and say, "Hey, I'm never coming back," then they're not going to give him anything.
Right.
So he's got to drive to the stadium.
No, the teams. What I'm saying, no, he may have to, but I'm saying no, he shouldn't have to. The team or the league has got to say, "We'll pay all the money of your contract. We just don't want you to play again." Right, Gary? I mean, that's.
Well, they're not.
They should. That's the whole point of this discussion. They should do that. Gary, you would agree? If you were the team, would you pay him all his contract now?
Not if he's going to voluntarily walk away for nothing.
Well, but he never would, and I don't want to.
The other point.
Go ahead.
My other point is that.
Go ahead.
This will be the other part. Will be where does if you want the league to step in, I think they would have to step in a way where they would have to maybe add to or rewrite the way that they. And Gary, you're the former player, the way that they clear people for physicals or the way that they clear people for just being able to play, because they do take baselines on people's neurology and keep that record. So they know you can't get away with cheating or lying about not having a concussion. But the other example is there's the military where you could have certain injuries in the service, and even though you can rehab and come back, they'll just send you home on a medical discharge and you're done. Your career is over. Right. So they would have to maybe adapt some sort of policy like that where
they don't.
For concussions and
they don't have. You bring up a good point, Al, but my point is they don't have to. The league doesn't have to come up with a policy. They just the team, the league, they just have to pay him not to play again in this particular case.
Well,
I get that, Homer, but they're not going to pay him if he volunteers to walk away.
I'm fine, but I'm going to him and saying you don't need to volunteer. Do whatever the hell you want. We're going to give you the money, and you're not playing anymore.
Well, and here's what.
And that's what to me they should do, because the risk is that great.
But here's one in the league where most certainly he'll be paid his whole contract whether he plays.
Yeah, I hope so.
I mean, if you look at the David Mack situation, knew that they weren't that they were gonna paid him his whole right. And so
Gary, we're losing you again. We're going to take a break and then come back for the final segment. Hopefully we'll get it squared away. Next, fourth quarter.
Let's get it squared away.
More of the Homer Hour coming up next on 94.5 ESPN. On this show, it's always football season.
And your argument was that the coaches wanted him to return it.
Yeah, I think,
and he very clearly said no.
They wanted him to take it to the house.
Wilde and Tausch, presented by Pella Windows and Doors of Wisconsin. Also sponsored by American Family Insurance.
Play the results, are we?
That's what coaches do sometimes, yeah.
Weekdays from 9 to noon on 94.5 ESPN, the Wisconsin On Demand app, and at ESPN Milwaukee on YouTube.
Hi, I'm David Gruber. When you've been seriously injured, you need the best team of professionals on your side. Call Wisconsin's own Gruber Law Offices to get the results you deserve. One call, that's all.
Lock in for October. Brewers postseason tickets are on sale now. Clear your schedule, claim your spot, and be here for a Brewers postseason run you don't want to miss at brewers.com/postseason.
Go to the head of the class on your next vehicle purchase exclusively at the Kunis Auto Group's Back to School sales event.
Good morning, class.
Expect a straight A passing grade when you add up the savings on your next vehicle from the automotive scholars at your nearby Milwaukee Metro Region Kunis Auto Group dealerships. America's best-selling cars, trucks, and SUVs from both Buick and GMC, all marked down with September Back to School discounts and savings. We're also offering incredible Back to School discounts on our entire inventory of select pre-owned vehicles. Choose from over 1,500 vehicles on lot and online. While online, check out dozens of back-to-school service specials on everything from brakes, tires to oil changes. Plus, with a test driver purchase each week in September, 4 lucky winners will win free gas for a year. All at your nearby Milwaukee Metro Region Kunis Auto Group dealerships in both Oak Creek and Greenfield. It's the Kunis Auto Group's exclusive September back-to-school sales event going on now. For additional event info, go to shopkunis.com.
They say seeing is believing, and when you see what's inside at American Place Casino, you better believe you're gonna love it. Because when it comes to amazing gaming, we're a real game changer. With the most exciting of table games like blackjack, craps, and roulette, the newest slots, a sports book, restaurants, bars, and more. So if you're ready for excitement, we'll see you soon. American Place Casino. Change the game.
Must be 21 years of age or older. If you or someone you know has a gambling problem, crisis counseling and referral services can be accessed by calling 1-800-GAMBLER, 1-800-426-2537.
Looking for a totally rad flavor adventure, brochachos? Look no further than Surfer Boy Pizza as seen in Stranger Things. Each mouth-watering variety contains rich tomato sauce, delicious mozzarella cheese, and a gnarly range of toppings. The crust is crispy on the outside and airy on the inside. You'll think it was hand-tossed by the Surfer Boy Pizza dudes themselves. Look for it in the freezer aisle at your local store and buckle up your taste buds with Surfer Boy Pizza.
That to-do list you have needs one more thing. Chill. It's an easy thing to do. Just crack open an ice-cold Coors Light and chill. Take the afternoon off and binge watch anything. Go to happy hour and stay for a couple hours. Who's counting anyways? Or hang out with just your dog, because you've had enough human interaction this week. Whatever you do it with a Coors Light. Mountain cold refreshment made to chill. 2020 Coors Brewing Company, Golden, Colorado. Celebrate responsibly.
Guys, let's be honest. We like simple stuff, like sports 7 days a week. We like things uncomplicated, like Lady Jane's Haircuts for Men in Oak Creek on Howell Road, just south of Putes Road. Walk in anytime, 7 days a week, even Sundays. Lady Jane's, it's wicked awesome.
We know that the people of Wisconsin are hard workers, that they're tough. But even the toughest among us need help after a serious accident. If you've been injured, call Gruber Law Offices today. One call, that's all.
Welcome back to the Homer Hour on 94.5 ESPN.
We will get back to Gary. By the way, we're doing the show from his house next week, Friday, September 28th. Oh, wait. Is that wrong? Be the 27th. I stand corrected. There's a good chance you're on a budget. We all are, but she wants a diamond. You know it, I know it. Robert Hack Diamonds. They know it, too. They got a huge collection of lab-grown diamonds, and they sell them at crazy prices. 2-carat total weight diamond studs for $8.95. Robert Hack Diamonds can get any size, shape, or clarity in natural or lab-grown diamonds. They specialize in both. Don't buy until you go to Robert Hack Diamonds. $8.95 for a 2-carat pair of diamond studs. Robert Hack Diamonds in Greenfield and in Brookfield. You can save some jewelers way more. Nope, they got it figured out. Natural lab-grown diamonds. Your visit will be worth it. Robert Hack Diamonds also offers repair services and cash for your old gold. They got some of my old gold. Call Robert Hack Diamonds. Visit roberthackdiamonds.com. roberthackdiamonds.com. Visit them in Brookfield or in Greenfield. Well, Gary Ellison, though, we disagree on who should pay the money, but we agree Tua should never play. Will Gary Ellison agree that the show next week will be done from his house Friday, September the 27th?
He will not agree to that, no.
Gary Ellison, will you agree?
Yeah, if Michigan's going to beat USC this weekend.
Not a chance. You got to watch USC. You know, they're changing their name. They're now NIL. They are NIL. They got second-string players good enough to start elsewhere.
That's Pebble.
Oh, he doesn't. He has no
Michigan's not
faith.
winning on Saturday.
He has no faith in Michigan. He's moved on. They're playing another quarterback. Yeah.
What?
I might give you 30.
What?
I might give you Wisconsin in 30.
Well, Wisconsin's not playing this weekend.
No, they play them next weekend out in Southern Cal.
Okay. Right, they do. Yeah.
Yeah. I'll give you 30.
Oklahoma plays Tennessee this weekend.
Yes. You know what the story on Tennessee is? The odds makers, you're like this. They get ahead by like 100 points in the first half. Like last week, they were a 45-point favorite. All right? They were a 31-point first half favorite. And they let it have, I think, 48-0? I don't know what the guy's doing, but like they're crushing teams in the first half. 45-0 at half. So I would take Tennessee on that as well. I think Oklahoma's
okay.
But I guarantee, here's what I do more than anything. I'm taking the first half. I'm taking Tennessee and whatever I got to give for the score at the end of the first half.
Marshall at Ohio State.
Ohio State by 50. I'll give you Marshall and 50.
Oh, my God. No way, dude.
52 I'll give you. I'll give you 52. Ohio State wants to – I'm taking Ohio State by more than 60. You haven't picked any games. What do you say? What do you say, Oklahoma, Tennessee? I want to. You know, I want to watch.
Tennessee.
I want to watch Indiana.
Right.
When did Indiana get good? They don't care. They beat. Well, UCLA's horrible, but Indiana got some coach from where? James Madison or George Mason or
Kurt
someone.
Cignetti.
That guy's in. Indiana's pretty good, right?
Hey, they've been scoring a lot of points.
Yes.
Well, what about Brett Bielema? Who's he got this week?
Nebraska. They're playing tonight. All right. How about the Packers? What about Sunday? Packers in Tennessee. Who you got? Oh, you're going Packers.
Packers 21-17.
And do you think that
with Malik Willis?
Yeah, you don't think Jordan's going to play?
No.
I don't think he is either. All right. National.
All right, guys.
Pebble, tell him you believe Michigan's going to win.
I do not believe they're going to win, Homer. No.
He's a tough fan.
Pebble, come on,
Next week from Gary Ellerson's house. Oh, baby, it's going to be special.
Eastbound